Hey parents, Dr. Matt here. And if you're anything like me, when you had a 3-month-old, a 6-month-old, a 1-year-old, you wanted them to crush their development. I remember being at the pediatrician and looking at that growth chart, the height, the weight, and really just saying, okay, what percentile are they going to be? Are they crushing? Are they doing good? Are they conquering all those milestones? The same is true with talking. That first word that comes out most of the time is mama, right? Not dada. Sometimes it is though. Or that first step that they take. Those can be so incredibly special. But there's an entire other system. I feel like as parents, we're left as a total mystery, and that's the immune system. I just remember raising my first couple kiddos, and this was before I was a pediatric chiropractor, and not knowing really what was good or what was bad when it came to the immune system. So today what I want to dig into is really 3 developmental milestones along that pathway that are going to help you measure as a mom or a dad how well your child is growing and developing and learning to use that immune system that's going to be so important when they get to those elementary school years, when brother and sister is bringing home those germs from school, or they're going into the store and licking the shopping cart. I know, gross, okay? Enough of that. But that's why we want to measure the immune system too. So here are 3 important milestones that you can do to track your kiddos' immune system development so they can be strong and be ready. The first one is when they are first born, when they first start to eat, when they first start to sleep, when they first start to go to the bathroom, how is the movement of their upper neck? Do they strain when they turn to the left, when they turn to the right, when they bend, when you hold them and cradle them? Do they seem like they're tense? Or do they seem like they're relaxed? This might seem like the simplest thing, but why it really matters is because these areas right up top here in the upper neck are so close to the ear canal. They're so close to the throat. They're so close to where all that congestion builds up when kids start to get exposed to immune triggers later on in life, that if this area is draining well, it's going to be able to respond and drain that fluid out. This area is the plumbing access point for the upper cranium, down into the throat, down into the lungs, and then out of the body. So kiddos that struggle more with immune challenges, oftentimes more congestion, maybe sore throats, more coughs, oftentimes we can tie that back to more stress in this upper neck region. So first off, the movement of this upper neck. Second, this goes all with environment, feeding baby, and even you, mom. This is so cool. When babies are first born, between that first 4 to 6 months, it's not all about them. Their immune systems are actually underdeveloped. This is why it's so important to be close to mom. And I want to switch sides real quick, because it's so important for them to be with mom, to be close to mom, to be nursing if they can, to be kissing mom on the lips, doing all these things, because they are communicating with mom's immune system. And mom's immune system is helping them and their immunity to be able to kick the little things that are coming after it and learn what's coming up. So that's the first thing. Mom, you play a massive role in here of being close to your little baby, which you already are, that helps them have a better immune system. Secondarily, and why I wanted to bring up this slide, is simply because the nervous system needs exposure to different things during that period to be really good at what it does. There's a lot of research that was actually done with kiddos that were born more out in the country, where they were more around animals, where they were more around dirt, they were more around the environment, and their immune system actually did better. So if you have a pet in the house, if you have, you let your kids play outside in the summer, in the spring, when it's a little warmer, all those things, and we see this where it says eat dirt, that's actually a good thing. So even for babies to get a little bit of exposure to natural things, to probiotics, to prebiotics, those are really good for building their immune system. So it's not all exposure to germs and bacteria are necessarily bad for our kids. If it's the good stuff, that's good, because that helps them build that immune system. And that plays a huge role, not just in that first 4 to 6 months, but well after that as they grow their immune system. Thirdly, the first cold, fever or cough, it can be scary, parents, for you, especially if baby is, 4 months old to really young. You don't really know what to do, and you're talking to your pediatrician, but this is really important for the body. And so I don't want you to miss this, because even though that is a fearful time as a parent, because you're wondering how that baby's going to do, it's really important for their neuroimmune system. When they're going through that for the first time, and when they're exposed to those germs, their body for the first time is having to make a reaction and build up a response to it. The better they handle that first reaction sets the tone for a lot of those colds, those coughs, those immune exposures going forward. So that's why that first immune exposure with my kids, we didn't run straight to the children's Tylenol. We didn't run straight to maybe the medication. We talked to our doctor. We talked to our chiropractor. We said, okay, how can we make this work and help their nervous system, their immune system really work together and fight that as natural as possible? Sometimes you need to turn to that. And that's why having someone in your corner, a professional practitioner, is so key. But how during that first immune fight are we letting their bodies learn the right thing to do and the right way to respond? Because that milestone will make it easier going forward, because their nervous system, because that immune system is learning so much about how to fight, and it's making them stronger going forward. So first thing, make sure movement up here is good. Make sure they have good head control, good neck control. They can nurse on both sides. They're really moving. Second, don't just avoid environmental things when babies become toddlers and older. They need that exposure. That's a key checkpoint for the immune system. And thirdly, respect that first time they get exposed to something. Allow them to fight that. Help their body through it, and they will have an amazing response after that. Now, I know the immune system can be a mystery. It was a mystery for me until I got into this and started to learn more about it with my first 2 kids. And now with my 4 kids, you start to get a handle on it. But I know I still need help. I still need someone who can help me to walk through it. So if that's you, we would love for you to either join us at an event, or we would love for you to message us, direct message us, to send a comment here so that we can dig into your unique child struggles, because it's not cool if immune challenges are chronic, if they happen too often, and you just can't get out of them. So I hope these tips, milestones, really find you well so you can share on your kids, but more so, they help you find the solutions you need to help your child to succeed. Hope this finds you well. God bless. See you soon.